How's it going, everybody? I'm Cherokee Ronnie and welcome back to my channel. And as you can tell by the title, today we're going to be rating subscribers' Jeeps. Now, I left a post on Instagram, Facebook, and my story telling you guys to post your pictures in your comments below on the post that I made on Facebook, and I would pick so many out of the group and I would rate their Jeeps. Well, I didn't know that I'd get such a big response. I got on my personal page, Cherokee Ronnie, in my public page, Cherokee Ronnie, Instagram. I probably had over 100 and some pictures for this video. So I had a lot more than I expected. So I only went and chose a select few. That doesn't mean that your Jeep will never be on one of these videos. If your Jeep's not on this video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you haven't followed me on Facebook and you haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure you go ahead and do that so you know when I post a post like that, and you could have a chance to have your Jeep on this channel. Don't lose hope if you didn't see your Jeep on this video. There's more to come. I just had a overwhelming response. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the video. As I look at them on the phone, I'm going to be also putting them on the screen so you can see the name and everything. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Let's go to photos. So the first one that I picked was Seth. He has a 1998 Jeep XJ with a 6.5-inch lift, 35s with a 4.2 stroker motor. And I like the looks of this Jeep because it don't have fender flares. It kind of looks like a budget build, what I'm into. It looks like something I would drive, and it looks like something you could take to work, beat off-road, and also, just drive it down the road or beat it off road. It doesn't matter. Like it's just one of those Jeeps, and he takes pride in it. I'd probably rate this Jeep, from what I can see, I would say an 8.5. For the second one, I picked Justin. He has a Jeep truck, and you can see this thing is actually in really decent shape. Now, I am a sucker when it comes to Jeep trucks, and I must say this one looks like it's well built. It looks like it's done right. It's not to the extreme. It's actually really nice. If I would build a Jeep truck, this would probably be the goal that I'd want to go for. The only downfall that I don't like about it is the stinger. I'm not a big fan of the stinger thing. I'm going to give it an 8. That's what I'm going to rate it as. But this Jeep is really nice. This Jeep truck is really nice. I love it. I dig it. And it looks like it has the front clip swap. And that's what I would do also, just because it's something different. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an 8. Still pretty nice. I like it. So the next one is Joshua. He has a 1995 Jeep XJ. He has 235/75 R15s, a 4.0 AW4 MP 231 transfer case, 8 1/4, Dana 30 in the front. I said that really weird, 8 1/4. Just a typical. He has a power track non-slip in the Dana 30. It's just a typical Jeep, with some mods. 2-inch receiver front and rear. He has WJ front seat swaps, WJ rears about to go in. He has some Amazon truck light knockoff headlights, full exterior LED lighting, rock and reverse lights, and he has a ham radio mounted overhead. And he said try to stay as stock as possible while having some extra capability. Now, I can respect this Jeep a lot because this is a beautiful stock Cherokee. He modified it the way he wanted. I respect that, and he kept it super clean. He didn't rape the thing. He didn't chop it up with a saw with a grinder. I'm guilty of it myself. This Jeep actually looks really nice. He did mods just to upgrade it and make it more capable. I really dig it. I think if you would put a at least a 3-inch lift and a little bit bigger tires, I think that would help you out. I'm going to go ahead and give you a 6.5 just because it's stock. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's super clean and I love it. I love stock XJs. I love the way this looks. So keep it up, man. It looks really good. So Timothy, I love the way this Jeep looks. It has the Jurassic Park theme. Okay, I've seen this a lot with the Wranglers and the Ford Explorers, and I always wanted to do mine this way. I had this idea brewing up in my head for at least a year now. Everybody knows I'm still looking for a Cherokee or a Grand Cherokee that's in decent shape. I'm being patient, but if I get a next project, I want to do something like this, but I don't want to go with a Jurassic Park theme. I want to go with like an Overlander build, kind of like the Jurassic Park theme, I guess, but I don't know. It's just brewing up in my head what I want done, and I get my inspiration from the Jurassic Park theme, Explorers, Wranglers, and the Cherokees. So this is super cool. It looks well done from what I can see. It just looks awesome. I'm going to go ahead and give you a 7.5 just because it's awesome, and I think that you have something different. So keep up the good work. It looks awesome. So the next one is, I'm going to shout out 2 of them because they're super clean and I knew who they are and I know how they treat their vehicles. They're not afraid to use them and they're not afraid to keep them clean. And that is Seneca. She has a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland with the Hemi, dude, with the Hemi. Look at the interior on this thing and look at the motor in this thing. I did not know these things existed. All right, this is super cool and I dig it and I love it. This thing is awesome, and since it has a Hemi in it and I'm a Mopar fan, I'm going to have to give it a 10. And she also has a 1997 Wrangler Sport with a 4-inch lift on 33s, and she had a brand new frame put on this thing. So they take care of these Jeeps and they also use them, and I'm going to give them both a 10 just because they're awesome and they clean them and they use them. And I've been pulled out by their family when I hydro lock my Jeep. So they're super clean, well taken care of. They're done right. They're not hillbilly. They're not thrown together. These Jeeps are done right. So you get a 10 for both of them. Next one is Robbie, and it's another Jeep truck. And from what I can see, this has a little bit of modifications done to it, but this thing is super clean. It's sick. This is like, I didn't even know these Jeep trucks existed this clean. These things are awesome. I have a big heart for them, and all I got to tell you is I'm going to give you a 9 just because it's super clean. These things are hard to come by, and this one looks done right. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to you. Keep up the good work. Don't get discouraged. Keep on modifying that Jeep truck because it's going to look good. So I'm going to go ahead and shout 2 more out again, and this is Bridget. This is the mom of Seneca, and the first Jeep I'm going to show you is the Jeep that pulled me out of the creek then when I hydro locked my Jeep. You can go back and watch that video. They pulled me out, and I was dumb for going through it that fast. But my alternator wasn't working, and my Jeep would barely stay running, so I hydro locked it trying to fly through it. But they pulled me out, made sure I got home. Really good people, and I have to give them a 10 because I've seen this Wrangler in action. They have a 1992 YJ, and I absolutely love it. It's super clean. It looks good. It's just amazing. So keep it up. I love the Jeeps. I love all 4 of the Jeeps. They're awesome. They both get a 10 from me. Scott says West by God. So he has a Jeep Grand Cherokee from what I can tell. It's a WJ, and it looks like he's not afraid to use it. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like the front fenders are cut, and I always wanted to do that to mine if it would have stayed running. But the thing that got me in this picture is what's hanging down. Is it your floorboard or what's going on there? I'm just kind of curious to see what that is. But it looks like it has a bumper on the front, maybe 33s. I'm going to go ahead and give you a 7.5. It's pretty cool. I love to see WJs out there keeping up with the XJs. Patrick Has a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ with a 4.7 V8 all-wheel drive, quadra drive, lifted 4 inches on 31s, 17s, overland build. Just started a YouTube channel, That Red WJ. Go ahead and check them out. I love supporting people that's up and coming on their YouTube channel. But what struck my interest with this Jeep was I cut my front bumper on my WJ just a little bit different. And I like the way that he cut his. You can see how he cut his clean across, and it actually looks a lot better. I like what he's doing. I've seen this Jeep from stock all the way till this point. I'm going to go ahead and give you an 8.5 just because of what you're doing, and it looks sick, and you're not afraid to use it. And you're excited just like I was when I had my WJ. So keep up the good work and keep sending me pictures. Tag me in pictures, you know, the more you advance this build. So we got a 06 TJ with a 4.0 with a 3-inch lift on 33s. And I must say, this is a super clean, another super clean TJ. It's hard to find TJs that are in really good shape right now. And from what I can tell in this picture, it's super clean. It looks like it's well done. And I love me a good TJ. It just looks good. It looks awesome. I'm going to have to give you an 8.5. It looks awesome. The next one I love. It is Jeremy's Jeep Cherokee. This thing is super flexing right now. I love a Jeep that can flex. And I love the homebrew builds. I love the rough cut builds like this one. Not afraid to use it. He's probably not afraid to drive it anywhere, but it also looks kind of rough around the edges. Something that I would drive, something I would be proud of, because the Cherokees I had, they would go off-road. They're awesome. They would do whatever I wanted to do and go to work and go uptown, and they were just rough around the edges, and it just made the Jeep have character. And I love the way this Jeep looks. And plus, he takes the doors off, which is another plus. Trying to keep up with them Wrangler guys. I'm going to go ahead and give you a 7.5. It's pretty rad. I like this Jeep. I'd actually like to see more pictures of it flexing. That's pretty rad. And like to get some more information on it. On with another one, and his name is Matt. I love this picture. The Cherokee looks super well done. The fenders look like somebody knew what they were doing when they cut them. It just looks like a super clean build. Just a normal build that looks good, and it looks like he took his time on it. I'm going to go ahead and give you an 8.5. Keep up the good work. It looks sick, and feel free to send me more pictures. That's pretty awesome. Next one is Alex, and here's another one of those rough cut, looks like homebrew, not afraid to drive it, not afraid to use it build. And for some reason, these are close to my heart. I don't know why, but I love these kind of Jeeps. And the way that it's just constructed right now, the way that it looks like it's being used, the way that it looks like he takes pride in it, I'm going to give you a 9. Straight up 9 for it. Because it kind of reminds me of my old Jeep, my old red Jeep. I used to call it Old Red. So I'm going to give you that rating for it. Keep up the good work. Keep using it. Keep driving it. And feel free to send me more pictures. The Bearded Jeeper. I know his Wrangler's getting done right, and I know he's going to make an awesome XJ. So right off the bat, I'm going to give his Wrangler a 10. In the Cherokee right now, the way it looks, I think I'm just going to go ahead and give you a 6.5. When you get it done, make sure you post a picture when I do another one of these videos, and maybe I'll give you a little higher score. But this guy's awesome. I know he does stuff right. He wants to show people that they can do things the right way, and he does how-to videos. So make sure you go check him out. It's the Bearded Jeeper. The next one is Susan, and I'm going to give you a 10 right off the bat, because this is a Jeep that you've seen clean, you've seen run on the road, but you can also see that they're not afraid to use this thing. They're not afraid to blast it through the mud, and that's what I like about some of these Wrangler owners, okay? They're not afraid to keep them clean. They're not afraid to put the top down and go to the mall, and they're also not afraid to go and hit the mud holes with the rest of the guys out there in their $500 beaters, okay? I went with 304 Jeepers and went on a trail ride with them one time, and they shocked me. They used to get a lot of hate. I used to hear people talk about them, say, oh, they don't even off-road this, go down gravel roads. And granted, they do when they do big rides, because everybody can't go off-road like everybody else can. If somebody's got big lift and big tires, somebody with a 2-inch lift's not going to be able to go where they go. But I've seen these Jeeps in action. I've seen a lot of 304 members in action in their new Wranglers, and to the point where I'm like, my jaw is hitting the ground, and I'm like, dude, if that was my Wrangler, I don't even know if I would hit that hole with that thing. So you keep it up, keep on Jeeping. It looks awesome. I dig it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was me rating my subscribers' Jeeps. No hard feelings, not bashing on your Jeeps. This is just my personal opinion of your Jeep. And there's going to be more videos like this. I just wanted to try and see how it worked. And like I said, it was overwhelming, the response I got. And if you're not following this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you know each and every time I upload a video or post on YouTube. If you're not following me on both of my Facebook accounts, there's a Cherokee Ronnie personal where you add me as a friend, and there's a Cherokee Ronnie page. They both have the same logo on them. Just search Cherokee Ronnie and they both should pop up. That is on Facebook. Look me up on Instagram, Cherokee Ronnie. You will see a lot of stuff on Instagram before YouTube and Facebook. Sometimes vice versa, you'll see more things on Facebook, you know, more than Instagram and YouTube. So make sure you guys go follow me on my social media accounts, and make sure you're always checking in, because the future of this channel is, you know, on a rocky road right now because of YouTube and the way they're doing things, and the way I got to invest in stuff. And sometimes I have to work a little over and edit a little longer and make sure everything's right, and make sure I don't get strikes from YouTube and all this stuff. So make sure you support me no matter what I do. If you're a true fan, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment below what you think. And I'm Cherokee Ronnie. Stay dirty, my friends.